my name is Ashley, and this is Agent Renovation, where I teach winning strategies and considerations to agents to help them pass the levels of their real estate game. In today's video, we're going to touch on the subject of why you should separate your personal sphere from your business sphere. I'm not your typical agent. In my real estate game, I do not mix my personal sphere with my business sphere, ever. It's a hard no for me. I don't want to sell real estate to friends. I do not want to do real estate with family. I do not want to go out and work my friends to get deals. That doesn't help me hit my goals and my targets, and it also does erode at my personal life. If you've watched my other videos, you know that I think most agents are really hindered in life because once they become a realtor, all of a sudden they're a realtor and they're not allowed to be anything else. And I'm not about to live my life that way. I want to teach you how to have a successful real estate business that puts more dollars than you need in your pocket and lets you have the personal life of your dreams still. You're still a human, you still have your own interests, your own things you want to do. The last thing you want to be doing is, in the short game when you first start out, it's great to go out with all your friends all the time and start telling them what you're doing at work at real estate. It's fun in the beginning. And in your long game, once you've been doing this a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, you're not going to want to be doing that with all of your personal time. As an agent, you're only going to get busier with your real estate career. That's a natural progression of a realtor. People move more and more, your client base builds, you get busier. The last thing you want to do when you're spending 12 hours at work all day on real estate is that 1 hour you get with your friends, that one day a week you might get an hour off, you're going to go talk about real estate. It's not a winning strategy, and it's going to erode your personal life. In the beginning of my career, I decided that this was not something I was interested in. I was not interested in mixing my friends with my business. I wanted to have 2 separate lives, quite literally, and I have operated that way for a very long time. I have operated as Ashley the human, and then Ashley the realtor. Ashley is not only a realtor, she's her own human who has her own things and her own schedule as well and lives her own life. Next, let's talk about the cost and the benefits of mixing your personal life with your business sphere as an agent. First, let's go over the benefits. Number 1, if you don't mix your personal life with your business life, you will have a personal life. That's the real win. Number 2, you can guarantee that all your listings will be in one geo-farming area that you chose, meaning you then control your schedule. You can only control your schedule as an agent, meaning you then can control your days and your time, meaning you can predict them if you know where all your listings are. If all your listings are spread out all over because your friends live in all different parts of the city, you're gonna be driving around like a chicken with no head back and forth. In contrast, if you go with my strategy and you keep your personal sphere and your business sphere separate, you then become a door knocker or a prospector in your farming area, meaning you only put your time and effort into getting listings in that area, meaning you can guarantee and predict where you'll be every day in that area. Meaning I always know I'm gonna be in Deep Cove. I'm never anywhere else because I live in Deep Cove, my office is in Deep Cove, and my listings are all in this area. All of my listings are always right together, which lets me control my days. I know that I'm always able to get from one listing to the next. I know that I'll have enough time in my day, and I know that I won't have to be all over the different cities. I'll know where I'm gonna be because I'm always in the same area. And I've been able to do that by door knocking my farming zone. By choosing where I wanted my work to be, I was able to concentrate my work in one area. And this gave me back control of my time. And when I had control of my time, I had control of my days. This gave me the ability to still have a life and plan my life because I would know where and when I would be working. Next, let's go over the costs. What does it cost you when you do mix your private life with your business life? Well, you're not gonna have a private life anymore. If you think your friends aren't watching you when you're also selling their homes, you're wrong. If you have your friend's home listed, they don't want to see you out on Friday night. They don't want to watch your Instagram and watch you having drinks and having fun. You will no longer have off time. Next, we're going to talk about the pressure that is created when you work for a friend or a family member. This is why rejection can feel so personal. A lot of agents in real estate are very much affected by rejection. They feel it on a deep level where it affects how they feel about themselves and view themselves. It basically lowers their self-esteem. Now you have to ask yourself, how is it possible that a day at work can make them feel less than of a human about themselves? Well, it's because they've mixed their personal life with their business life. It's not just business anymore. It's one thing if a client fires you, it's a whole other thing if your best friend fires you. It's one thing if your client isn't satisfied with something. It's a whole nother thing when the person you've been friends with for 20 years is no longer satisfied with you. And you have to remember, when clients are listing their homes, essentially you're bringing to market their largest asset, every penny they've ever earned, blood, sweat, and tears. If you don't think they're gonna be hard on you about this, whether it's to your face, in their mind, or trust me, it's happening. Also, the proximity, meaning the closeness of the friendship, actually allows for more criticism. You have to think, like, I want you guys to ask yourself, when you're not nicest, who are you not nicest to in your life? Often the people closest to you. There's things you would say to your family and in front of your family that you would never say to a client. And the same theory will come into play and work against you when you list your best friend's home. They will be more critical of you than they would be of another agent. Clients that are your friends will feel more comfortable putting pressure on you that doesn't exist and at a level that you're probably not comfortable with. In real estate, it is too easy for clients to be dissatisfied. It happens a lot, and a lot of times you've done nothing wrong as an agent, and I know that feeling sucks. It sucks when you work your hardest for a client, you put your heart and soul into it, and then they're not happy with you about something that had nothing to do with you. We've all been there, and wouldn't that suck to have that happen with someone you really loved about, like a friend or family? For me, this is a cost-benefit analysis. I am just not interested in rolling the dice on this one. And in the long run, this has really proved as a winning strategy for me. I don't know a lot of agents like me that have been able to be in real estate for this many years and still are vibrant with their own personal lives. And how I know this is by looking online. Like, I've actually gone and looked, and most agents, like, they end up only becoming a realtor and the rest of them dies off and they no longer have a personal life. And in the long run, it's kind of sad to watch. Sometimes I look at it and I think, you got nothing else going on in your life. Like, they don't have any, like, it's just real estate. And in the end, your life is not meant to become real estate. And I think a really good way to safeguard this is to not become one of those agents that mixes their friends with their business. Honestly, you don't have to. And when you do it my way, rejection doesn't hurt. I get no's, I get fired, things have happened in my job, but it doesn't faze me. Like, I just get up and knock on the next door or go work with the next client, because I didn't know them before this started and I don't really know them after. In my real estate game, I am there to be the real estate professional. I work my hardest for them, I bring my A game with all my skill stats that I have about real estate, but I don't show up and try to be their friend. I'm not there trying to build relationships with everybody. My job is to be the best realtor. I treat my clients more like a lawyer would treat their clients. A lawyer is not showing up and trying to be best friends with their client. A lawyer is showing up and doing the best legal job for that client and trying their best for that client. And that's how I run my real estate. And in the long run, honestly, it's proved to be a really winning strategy. And I hope you'll consider this, because seeing burnt out real estate agents everywhere it's not what we want for this industry. And I think this is a really great way to start reforming the industry. I want you guys to think about this for a minute. Think about the most professional careers you can think about. Lawyers, doctors, plastic surgeons are a great one. None of these people will often work for friends or family members. Have you thought about that? Do you know that most plastic surgeons would never touch a family member or a friend? Most lawyers won't take on personal matters of people they know because it's a conflict of interest. You see how that works? It's a conflict of interest. Business and personal spheres should not be put together. And real estate can sometimes be viewed as this entrepreneurial role, but at the end of the day, we're highly professional, skilled individuals that are here to offer a professional service. And we are here to do business. We're not here to be friends. Now, I know everyone tells you to go out and build relationships, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you to show up to be the best agent and offer the best real estate services to clients when you're performing your role in business. This has been Ashley from Agent Renovation. And if you love my content and how I see the real estate industry, you can give me a like, hit the subscribe button, or leave me a comment. I'm always here to make a video response. Have a great day. Bye.